So the U.S. expects, and you heard kind of the context around this from both Barack and Alex, right? They expect this heavy ground operation to end in January. There's a lot of desire from the U.S. For that to happen. Have you been briefed at all about the timeline?
Not specifically. I mean, let's be clear. We want Israel to succeed in eradicating Hamas. Neither Palestinians nor Israelis can be safe and secure if Hamas still exists. But our concern is that Israel's tactics right now risk not just failing to eradicate Hamas, but actually strengthening its base of support. And this is a fundamental principle of counterinsurgency, that you cannot create more terrorists than you kill. And that's what Israel risks doing when they have such high civilian casualty numbers.
All right, so, and to that front, I spoke last night with the IDF spokesman, Lieutenant Colonel Jonathan Conricus, and I asked him about the AFP reporting that Israel's killed 2 civilians for every 1 Hamas fighter in Gaza. And he said that if that ratio is confirmed, and the way he laid it out last night, he seemed to think it would be, but he characterized that ratio as tremendously positive. 2 civilians dead for every Hamas militant. Do you agree that that is a tremendously positive ratio?
No, I think it's dead wrong. I think it's dead wrong based on our experience. Look, we looked at this very carefully when we recognized in Iraq and Afghanistan that we were not in a traditional force-on-force military battle. We were fighting a counterinsurgency. And the famed U.S. General Stanley McChrystal actually commissioned a study on this. He determined that for every 1 civilian you kill, it serves to recruit about 10 terrorists. I mean, by that number, Israel so far killed about 5,000 Hamas terrorists, but in the process, they've recruited about 100,000 new adherents. And this is really bad news for Israel. It's bad news in terms of their potential for military success here, which we do want them to achieve. You know, we're talking about 10,000 innocent civilians so far killed right now. And that just, I mean, that's a bad situation in a place that actually, when the war began, there was a poll just before October 7th that showed that 6 out of 10 residents of the Gaza Strip did not support Hamas. So Israel was actually going into a favorable situation where most of the Palestinians were against Hamas as well. And the concern is that they've actually turned most of the Palestinians against Israel.
That would be unbelievable. All right. Thank you very much, Congressman. I appreciate your time.